Tag, very nice, very evil.
That's tag shit.
Free fall as I die through the kaleidoscope in my mind. No rope up to climb. Gotta remind myself that I'm fine. Mama, I don't really.
What up, Tag Nations? It's your boys. It's the original iteration of Tag. You know, you got myself, the Universe's champion. You know, Scoot 2 belts.
Yes.
You got the architect of this whole thing. You know, the blueprint, Lip Dizzle.
Actually, I do like that.
And you got the man who's so handsome that if he shows his face, it'll cause a stir. That's why his camera is off. You got that handsome devil. Yep, up. You got that handsome devil down there. Jaeger Bombastic, so fantastic. The heartthrob of this. Gentlemen, how y'all doing? How y'all feeling?
Man,
It is Friday Eve, so I'm good.
Okay.
I feel refreshed, man.
I feel that. You know, it's post SummerSlam. You know, we're now on the road to Clash in Paris. We're on the road to NXT Heatwave. We are on the road to Forbidden Door. We are just on many roads. You know, different pit stops, but we're on many roads. But let's go into a little bit of SummerSlam fallout. Well, since SummerSlam Sunday on Raw in particular, Seth Rollins had a championship defense against LA Knight. He won, but of course it had shenanigans. Actually, no, I'm sorry, it ended in shenanigans because CM Punk came out, caused disqualification. Eventually, they beat up LA Knight. They beat up CM Punk. Roman Reigns came out. They beat up Roman Reigns. And once again, Bronson Reed, you know, the tribal thief. He's living up to his moniker. You know, he's living up to the moniker.
I love that.
You know. But so they did say that the movie is supposed to shoot Street Fighter. If y'all didn't know, Roman Reigns is playing Akuma. The movie's supposed to start shooting. I mean, I guess it'll make sense. I guess they can make it make sense. But the movie's supposed to shoot.
Anyways, go ahead. I'll get into that later.
I was like, yeah, the movie's supposed to shoot around September 2nd. So maybe he can do maybe a couple more.
Like in the movie, wasn't somebody else in WWE in the movie?
Cody.
Yeah, Cody.
Okay, that's right.
But yeah, so you know, September 2nd is when he's supposed to shoot, and I think they said it's supposed to last roughly like 4 weeks or so. So you know, he'll be back October-ish, and you know, finish off. So I don't know from what because I know they hit him with a spear and like 3 tsunamis. So I don't know if this is going ahead and taking him out now and have him, you know, sit. But you know,
well,
we shall see.
Apparently, the rumor is that he should be showing up on sporadically on TV up until September, I believe.
Okay.
So I think he might end up having an appearance at Clash.
Okay, that makes sense.
That might be his last event until he finishes filming.
That makes sense. I can definitely see that aspect of things, and you know, I wonder when they're going to pull the trigger for Seth versus Roman. At this point, like how long we're going to get until they go ahead and just pull the trigger of Seth versus Roman. You know,
depends on how bad they need the attention.
I can see that too.
They could wait all the way to Mania for it. They could wait for a whole nother Mania. I mean, look how long they drug out.
I mean, the rumor is next Mania it might be Cody versus Roman again. That's been a strong rumor going around that we might get Cody versus Roman 3. So,
I mean, I can see them because when is Clash?
Clash is the 31st.
Okay, I can see them pulling the trigger on Roman and Seth that soon.
Okay,
so, especially since he just defended it against LA Knight. So
yeah, and just save Seth and CM Punk for Hell in a Cell.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that actually work out.
Ooh,
They could actually do Hell in a Cell. Huh.
be down for that. Just don't make it a red cell again, please.
Oh no,
I think that's the color now. Isn't the
That's
cell
just the
just red?
official color.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I think the cell is red. I think they just stopped doing the red lighting, but I think the official cell is red. So
Okay,
yeah,
I guess. My bad.
but yeah, unfortunately, but yeah. Other than that, we already know Naomi has a date with Stephanie Vaquer. Since she retained. Actually, rewind. Next week she has to get past Io. It's going to be Naomi versus Io, and I'm pretty sure the winner of that will be going against Stephanie Vaquer at Clash in Paris. So we got to get past that first. What else has happened since? There's like mad grande Americanos, y'all. There are so many. There are like 3 at this point.
Damn.
And at this point, will the real Slim Shady please stand up?
Oh, he will.
How much longer is Gable? Damn, Loki. I know it's annoying.
But yeah,
How
so
much longer is Gable on injury?
I don't know.
Let me shut him up.
I don't know. But yeah, so there's like 3 grande Americanos, and I find that very interesting.
Well, I think one of 2 things could be potentially happening when it comes to that. Either we're getting a separate faction with Bate, Dunn, and Kaiser, or they're going to integrate them into American Made and call them something different.
Ooh, I can see that. You know what?
What do they call that? What do they call that? European Made?
Or they can be Imperium 2.0 if you took them 3 and aligned it with Gunther. Yeah. But you know what WWE needs? And I hate that I'm about to say this.
What's that?
Matter of fact, I even get on camera and say this.
Oh.
WWE needs a Don Callis like faction. Oh,
You know,
that just sounded just.
Look at you, seeing the light.
That sounded so gross that I just said that. But
it's all right. That's how I feel when I acknowledge Stokely. You know,
they just need like some big overblown faction with just mad people. If I'm being honest, because they have so many mini factions, and it's cool and all, but then most of these mini factions are usually heel factions, and then there's usually maybe 1 or 2 babyface factions like LWO. So then it's like, shit, LWO can't fight everybody. So like they need one of these overblown, just Don Callis family type factions where it can even extend between both shows if they wanted to. You know,
that would be cool.
And like I said, I cannot believe I just said that.
Let's see. As far as
we all have a see the light moment.
Yeah.
As far as Gable's injury, with it being a rotator cuff, he's expected to miss most of the year, if not going into 2026. So I'd say
so he out.
Earliest, we're looking at probably late November, between late November and late December.
Might as well go and save him for the Rumble. If that's the case.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll see. That would be weird.
Yeah, you might as well.
Because I mean, so with that, because I mean, well, see, I know he's not Super Cena, but at the same time,
but
Gable's still a heel.
That is true. Oh yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. You save him for the Rumble. Usually that pop may not. Okay.
Unless he comes out as Grande Americano.
I'm about to say at the same time, you could have him come out with the many other Grande Americanos, and like then he takes the mask off. Yeah, he'll probably still get a pop, but or somebody fucking takes the mask off, or shit, they all take the masks off, and then that just kills the Grande Americano story.
Yeah, we don't need that, man.
Yeah,
We
but
don't do that yet.
no, we don't. Yeah.
That's the man right there.
It is. It is. You know what I'm saying? The greatest luchador to ever live. You know?
Absolutely.
Chad Gable? Yeah, I know,
Absolutely.
right?
Hey, no face, no case. Okay?
Yeah,
Look, it's been years, and we still don't know who beat up Darby Allin, okay?
Oh, we know.
No, we don't. No, we don't. No, we don't. We saw no faces.
know.
We saw no faces.
Okay, then yeah, we clearly just don't know who snatched up Wheeler Yuta last night.
Oh no, that was like broad. Like he just did it.
No,
You know,
he stole him, body bagged him, and then drove by.
Yeah, face paint is different than a mask.
We just saw a body in a bag. We didn't see for sure if that was Yuta.
I mean, no, he popped that.
I don't know what you're talking about. That was a deep fake.
Sure. Let's see what else went down.
I just wanted to try to do the blatant lie shit. That's just funny.
Charlotte and Alexa defended against Raquel and Roxanne. They retained. So it'll be interesting to see who their next opponents will be when it comes to, the friends. We'll see who their opponents are going to be when it comes to this.
Friend.
The friends.
Yeah, that's such a hard word to say. Dang.
I mean, hey, they don't ever want to admit to it. So yeah.
Look, if this is actually getting her over, then good for her. But
yeah, but the real fallout from SummerSlam is coming from this gentleman right here. If it pops up, and if it don't, then it's even better. Nope, it didn't pop up. Well, Brock Lesnar is the talk. He's the real story of SummerSlam fallout, and there's been a lot of people for it. There's been a lot of people against it. I'm just let's see what's the way to put it. I'm fine. Like I said, if he didn't have the dark cloud of the whole Janelle Grant thing, it would be fine because once again, Cena's last hurrah. But to willingly bring this man back in a situation where there's an ongoing case, and we know how fans can be as well. So there could be a chance where this stuff can be hijacked for the good or for the worse. But overall, the look is still a little just not good. Like, it's very it feels very dirty that they're doing this. Especially having time to think about it. It's just, I don't know. I'm not happy at the fact that somebody who's actively going through something that is a very publicized case, and the things that were alleged and the things that are being alleged is like, hey, we're gonna bring in Brock Lesnar. Okay. It's like we didn't care.
It's like, no, like, I'll even like, you know what, Lip, if you want to go ahead and get your shit off first, I'll go after you.
I mean, there's nothing much to get off outside of what I said when we did the recap and review for SummerSlam. But the things I will touch on pertaining to this, because there has been a few updates. We know for sure that it wasn't at the very least, from what I've seen, it hasn't been revealed as a Cena request. Papa H has gone on record, said that he's the one that pulled the trigger, and he said that he thought it was time for Brock to come back.
Interesting.
He does have a new deal, reportedly.
Shit.
Oh, buddy.
So my stance, I still keep the same stance as far as the morality thing and stuff like that. My only current issue at this, because I mean, like I said during the recap and review, company's going to do what companies are going to do, you know, regardless of what fans and that goes into more so when we talk about the ESPN deal, because I'm absolutely livid about that. But
we'll get there soon, ladies and gentlemen.
We're gonna get there, but
when it comes to this, I'm not going to be mad at a company doing what a company does, because again, money is money, and if they feel that that's what the fans are looking for, then I can't necessarily fault them for that. My issue with this is that there are a lot of superstars who were released due to certain types of allegations that were placed against them that have not been confirmed. Or them, even after years of them even going to court, being confirmed as guilty or anything like that. You know, Enzo is one of them. Who was the most recent one? Big boy, Odyssey Jones. There we go.
Yep. Odyssey Jones, like ain't nothing even like it was just launched on Twitter, and he got released off of that.
Exactly. And then and even though it's kind of in the same lane as far as being derogatory in terms of what Brock was up against, Velveteen Dream.
Velveteen Dream.
You were gonna say it.
So we have a lot of guys in the same vein who has gone through certain things here and there and have not been brought back, and they've just been released based on rumors and hearsay. This is along the same thing, except there's a lot more proof. There's a full lawsuit going on. Now, he may not be the direct defendant in this whole case, but he is absolutely named in doing XYZ. And yeah, they didn't name him as far as him being somebody that did something, but he is named quite a bit in being somebody who's
isn't he named in text messages? Isn't there shown conversations with him?
Correct, but I'm saying he's not a defendant in the terms of like he's not being accused of actually doing anything to the person, so that's why he's not on trial. But he is named in this, so there's the proof of him having some type of involvement when it comes to this. So like you guys said before, when it comes to having that cloud over him, the other people that got released didn't really have a confirmed cloud over them. They just tried to nip stuff in the butt before it got there. So my issue is that, because everybody knows when you watch us, I'm a big proponent of keeping that same energy across the board, and y'all not keeping the same energy across the board. Now I get that Brock is a big money guy, and he does bring a lot of eyes, which is why I think not only do I think this, I mean, obviously a Triple H thing, but I also think it's a TKO thing. Because there's been a lot of things that have happened as of late where TKO has had their hands dipped into this, and Brock not only being a UFC guy, or rather a former UFC guy, you know, him being ingrained in WWE, it's almost like they're trying to use him to bridge the gap between the two more so than they already have. This is just one of those things where it's hard to agree with, because it's a big gray area. And I understand the comments that, you know, that Paul Heyman stated
about he's not cancelable, or he can't be canceled.
Well, I mean, I will disagree with that. He absolutely can be canceled, because all it takes, and here's the thing for those of you that are watching, a lot of casual fans aren't going to be the ones that keep up with what's going on when it comes to Vince, Janelle Grant, Brock Lesnar, all the I mean, they'll hear a rumor and say, but any casual person that would hear about this would almost look at it akin to how somebody would look at a celebrity rumor where it was like, oh, this person got accused of XYZ. They're not going to know about the full ins and outs or how extreme certain things have gone on. They'll hear, oh, Brock is named in this, but he's not being accused of XYZ. They're not going to know the details of what his name implies when they talk, when people are talking about it in regards to this case. So they're not going to understand just how, for lack of a better term, how sick of the things that his name is actually attached to, and the severity that it could cause if all these people actually did know the full ins and outs of it. So for Paul Heyman, and I have immense respect for Paul Heyman, but for him to say that, I don't think he's saying it in good faith based on the knowledge that is across the board, across the fans. Because again, Brock was cheered when his music hit, when he came up for SummerSlam.
He was.
Now, whether you
I'll
look
even
at
admit that I had a bit of a pop, but I'll explain that later.
But and that's more to my point. It's like whether you look at it from a stance of just how we talked about with the Royal Rumble.
It should have been him, okay? It should have been him.
It very much should have.
But go ahead.
when you look at it from the perspective of like a Royal Rumble, anybody that comes that's been gone for a long time is always going to get a pop. Even if you have a heel, like a Dolph Ziggler when he cashed in, Naomi, Seth Rollins, anybody that does a cash in, they're going to get a big pop for something like that because it's that moment. Who's to say, and who's to say that it's going to be the same completely down the line? It could be the John Cena effect where they'll come out, they'll boom, then they'll start cheering them more. This,
well, you know what? Let me read you this quote that I saw somebody tweeted, and it kind of ties to what you're saying. Nikki Bella is back after she was guilty of abusing her ex-husband. Ex-convict Jelly Roll had a match, and Cardi B, a woman who openly admitted to drugging and robbing men, all featured, and no one said anything. Brock wasn't even found guilty, and y'all mad? So, yeah.
We'll see. Now I'll address that, and this is why my stance is in the gray area, because I'm not mad at Brock Lesnar in this is because Brock Lesnar is doing what anybody in their right mind who's going to make a big check is going to do. He's doing exactly what he's supposed to be doing in this instance. Hey, you guys are going to offer me money to do this? All right, I'm there. My issue, my issue is with WWE and them picking and choosing when they're going to, choose their moral stance. Because again, when you have people that do something and it's not in the same vein and you don't think to bring them back, whether you believe them or not, if they're not accused of anything, especially again after years, we haven't seen Odyssey Jones, we haven't seen we've seen Velveteen Dream on interviews, but we haven't seen him in a WWE ring. We haven't seen Enzo, and Enzo has been up and down the indie circuit.
Yep.
And still nothing has happened to him. So now I can understand that Enzo probably had some issues with guys in the back, so that could also play into that factor, but that doesn't reign the same for a Velveteen Dream or an Odyssey Jones. More so Odyssey Jones, because his shit was a social media rumor based on one person.
Yep.
That's my
issue. Was a nameless, faceless person.
That's my only issue with this. Because again, a company's going to do what a company's going to do. Brock is going to do exactly what he's going to do in this situation. Because if I had done some, horrendous shit and somebody said, "Hey, I'm going to throw a check at you," absolutely, So,
oh no, look, there's a lot of words I want to put out that I need to organize, but to start. I'm not mad at Brock for coming back at all. Like you just said, for that exact same reason. Shit, if I knew I fucked up and I know no one's hiring me and I gotta live off what fucking money I've made, then yeah, I would do the exact same thing. Anybody trying to bring me out and sign a check, sure.
Yep.
I am 100% disappointed in this fucking company. For all of the reasons that you just pointed out, or you just tweeted a second ago. Yes, that they have Cardi B, who has openly bragged about fucking drugging, raping, and stealing money from men. everybody else fucking listed that there's
I
still
don't want to include Jelly Rolls in per se because
Jelly Roll's been on a redemption thing. It's more like to throw Jelly Roll in there is like if you're trying to say, Robert Downey Jr. is a terrible person.
Exactly.
It's like, no, they fucked up earlier in their life. They learned a lesson. They're actually trying to do better. Like
Nikki Bella, I can 100% see that because that was like a year or two ago.
Yeah, that was wild. Honestly though, I did forget about it because I didn't care about Nikki Bella too much.
Well, so I think the issue is that I think this is that thing that happens with WWE. They know the moral compass and they know the right and wrong. But the problem is what fucks WWE up. Think about the people who are doing wrong. They're the top money getters.
Fucking paid. Yeah.
They're the top money getters. So yeah, Brock is accused because once again, he's not found guilty. No, he's accused of something wrong. That's true. But once again, Brock brings in money. Sorry. Hogan. Yes. No, Hogan was bad, problematic, but he brought in money.
That's Nikki what I'm legitimately trying to say is that we're fucking propping up the problematic just because it brings controversy. It brings a fucking clout. It brings clicks, views, money. It brings all that shit.
Exactly.
We need to stop giving money to this shit.
Oh, well, that's not gonna happen.
That's the downside. Yeah,
it's a societal problem. It's not going to just like flip off like a switch.
Yeah. So, but
I'm aware of that. Thank you.
I think it sucks even more. Because there's other people that could have been used in this position.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I get it. I 100% get it on the aspect of this is Cena's last.
Put Daniel Bryan back up here, please. I don't need to see this guy.
That's fine. And Brock was one of his biggest ops. I can totally see that. But once again, we're dealing with a man that though he could be completely innocent,
he could be.
The cloud is still there.
But prove the shit. I will hey, legitimately, like I said, when I gave a little pop to see Brock coming back, A, I was under some influence, but B,
I think I rolled.
But look, I went with the general, as the reality set into it, I'm going oh, does this mean he's good? Like he's cleared?
And so funny you said that because I think I said that Meltzer had reported that obviously there must be something that they must have done or seen that's going to clear Brock.
There must be some developments in the case.
Yeah,
right.
But funny enough, the moment that music hit, I think the way Dizzle had rolled his eyes at me on Monday is the way I think I rolled my eyes at the TV. I was like, okay.
Okay.
I was like, okay.
I have
You're not in the wrong for
his actual comments that he said is that so basically when you're Brock Lesnar, you sort of can't. Oh, sorry, my bad. They had asked him a question about it, and he said, he's like, so when you're Brock Lesnar, you sort of can. When that music hits and you walk down the aisle, it doesn't matter where he is. He sort of does what he wants to do. So we're thrilled to have the Beast back. We hit him up and said, time to come home. And he was into it. And here we are, a massive, massive moment for our WWE fans. Something that they thought they wouldn't get to see and making a statement as you're watching right now with John Cena, huge, and we're thrilled to have him back.
Quote, why does this almost sound like a Trump fucking tweet?
It does. I'm not gonna lie. But I mean, it is what it is. But see, this is the thing. This is the thing that makes me wonder. And trigger warning for those out there. That makes me wonder if Chris Benoit was still alive, but he was never found guilty of murdering his wife and son. Would they bring him back into the fold?
Oh, at this point in time, probably.
I'm going to say no. And the reason I'm going to say no is because that garnered way more media attention.
It
than the
did.
Vince McMahon stuff.
It did.
And so because even with Vince McMahon, even when the stuff came out with Janelle Grant, he was still featured on TV. You know,
That
he
is
was
true.
he was taken out of the he was taking off his position as far as on the board, but then he was brought back shortly after, but then
as an
left on his own.
advisory position, I believe.
And then he left officially. So
Yeah.
with this, even with Vince being in, which is I think that was like the perfect example for it, because Brock is an extension of that based on his name in the reports or in the documents. So with it not being something, it did catch media attention, but it wasn't something that caught media attention like a Chris Benoit situation. Because I mean, you think about, you know, double homicide suicide, it's like you can't you can't ignore that. But what I think what they did here is akin to the steroid situation in like the late 90s, because that got media attention, but WWE never got canceled because it was at WWF at the time it was at the height of what it was. So for that, it's more of, okay, well, we got these sponsors, we got these business partners, we have all these network deals and stuff like this. Okay, yeah, we'll give you a nice little tap on the wrist because, hey, stop doing the steroids and then get back to rolling around in the ring. Because again, the way that media traveled back then wasn't so much as far as internet stuff, it was based on what they did on TV. So with them looking at it from this perspective, okay, if it hadn't hit the internet, you know, this hard, you know, then we're good. You know, we can kind of placate to it a little bit, and then once the heat gets up, then we can start, you know, trimming off the fat little by little, and then start drip feeding everything back into play, like we see here with Brock Lesnar. Because I think for them, if they're now weird tinfoil hat.
Okay.
If they're trying to get
tinfoil is weird.
Yeah, well, no, this one is weird. Okay. If this is a way to try to gauge the temperature when it comes to the fans for public opinion, because there was rumors that Vince is trying to come back. If they're using this to try to gauge everything to see how people would feel to get Vince back to some extent, then I can see why they would do something like this. Just based on how everything has gone. Because here's the thing. With the Janelle Grant situation, if they're going to, if they're asking, you know, if they can settle, because it doesn't seem like they're trying to come after Vince's job. You know, if they settle for pain and suffering and, you know, damages for whatever she's gone through, because again, she went through a lot at the time. God damn, man, I'm really starting to think about everything that happened in that goddamn thing.
Right, like it was a lot.
Yeah, it was. If her team is only looking for just to be paid for everything that she believes she's owed as far as emotional, physical, mental, like everything damages that way, and they're not calling for him to fully resign and not work the WWE or not, you know, work as anything in the public, or
he got to resign, he got to divest, he got to get the fuck out of here, if you ask me. Then
he's untouchable at that point, because nobody can say that he doesn't deserve to do anything if he has paid what the court believes that he's due to pay.
As the justice been said.
So
shit.
That would be the way that I would look at it if this is the case, because what other reason would there be to bring Brock back outside of like a Cena situation, but to then sign him for a whole new deal? Everything is starting to look like, okay, what can we do to bring, you know?
Hey, all I'm saying is this. I understand. I get it. WWE at its core, like they're like I said in their name, they're entertaining. WWE today has mad men and women that are entertaining, that are over, that are popular with the fans. WWE today does not need a Vince McMahon return. It really didn't need a Brock Lesnar return. WWE was perfectly fine with a John Cena send-off.
Absolutely.
WWE is doing more and more damage to them than good, because we're going to get to it in a moment. They're doing more damage than good. And not only are they doing more damage than good, but it's really starting to come off. Y'all are the greedy company. Y'all are the, I don't know, like it's starting to come off that like you're coming off more as the ops than you are the good guy.
Well, not the Simone Joseph ops.
No.
No Samoa Joe. No.
Well, the ops. And I think what's bothering me in the end was y'all were doing so well. Y'all was doing so well. Like when all of this stuff started happening, other than, wrestlers being asked some of these things at press conferences, y'all was doing so well with just moving the company forward. And then it's like, I don't know if these numbers started dipping or, the math wasn't mathing. And then it's like, oh, panic button.
I think it's more top-down barking orders. Like Lip was talking about, I bet TKO was like, shit, we're losing money. So what the fuck can we do to get more asses in seats? And again, it's old people in there. So
I don't think that's the case. And I'm going to ask this question because it's going to be the biggest fuck you question.
Okay.
So let me do the setup first. All right. So,
all right.
Fuck you.
WWE has been doing arena show after arena show and doing stadium shows when it comes to the PLEs. They've gotten their connections and their small deals when it comes to TNA. They have acquired AAA. As of late, we've seen them pick up more and more sponsorship deals where it comes to the extensive stuff with Prime, when it comes to General Insurance, when it comes to
Maybelline,
Slim Jim,
DraftKings.
They are getting into the same sponsorship rally as a TKO when it comes to as UFC when it comes to TKO as a whole. So what they've been doing has been playing chess with everybody. And I say that because right now you've got the fans where you want them. You've gotten a lot of companies that have signed deals with them where you want them. You now have Disney acquiring, we'll get to that later. Disney acquiring the for lack of a better term, the airtime rights, for PLEs over Peacock. And now you've gotten Brock Lesnar back. And so the fuck you question that WWE is basically asking everybody is, what are you going to do about it? You going to stop watching? You going to cancel your deal that you got with us? You going to pull this from us? Because here's the thing. No matter, and just like when it came to when people reported that the locker room that they didn't know about Brock Lesnar showing up, and half of them weren't okay with that. It's like, okay, you're gonna walk out on the company that employs you? No, you gonna sit there and be mad. So that's the thing. So
that is a big fuck you question. So I'm gonna say this. You're right. I mean, at the end of the day, you're right. I mean, it is going to truly turn into a vote with your wallet situation. And I'm going to just do a quick sidebar. This is kind of a not so much an anti-WWE episode, but So AEW is doing some things right. I don't want to mix in AEW's positivity with the negativity, so I'm just saying this. check out AEW. They doing some cool shit. My boy Big Stoke will be wrestling Colt next week. You know what I'm saying? Hangman and MJF look like it's about to happen. Looks like Dizzle's plan is about to come to fruition because MJF is kicked out of the Hurt Syndicate. Timeless Tony and Athena is ramping up. Mercedes will be defending her championship in a 4-way at Forbidden Door. Okada versus Swerve at Forbidden Door. What else? Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I'm loving the way they fucking with the Young Bucks. I didn't think I was gonna like it.
It's funny as shit, man.
But the way they've been fucking with the Young Bucks, I'm loving it. They even call them boys Max and Jeremy. I would say they even call them boys Max and Jeremy. And if you know, you know, and if you don't know, TNA. But
hold on, wait, Scoot, real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Mercedes title belt skirt. You know
that was like fire. But I do want to highlight the positivity of AEW because they're doing some things right. But now let's get into the negativity because also too, this is back to what Dizzle was saying with the fuck you question. So this news came out yesterday. As of next year, ESPN has a new direct-to-consumer app coming out the 24th of August. So starting next year, all the WWE's PLEs will be coming to ESPN. Now they didn't mention NXT, so I don't know about NXT's PLEs, but for sure WWE. And I don't know for sure if everything is getting pulled off of Peacock or what. But all their PLEs will be coming to ESPN. Now, this is a major deal. I'm not even fronting. It is a major deal that WWE can partner with ESPN because it's like, damn, that's major. Now, what wasn't sitting right with the fans was ESPN's app is going to be $29.99 per month.
Mm-hmm.
But there are some workarounds. If you have ESPN through DirecTV, Hulu Live, Charter, Fubo TV, or Verizon Fios, you're good. Anybody else in the US, it still will be through this app, and of course, if you're international, it'll be Netflix internationally. So now,
hold on a damn minute.
No, go ahead.
So we're not rocking. WWE doesn't have an app anymore.
Nope.
But in order to watch your WWE, you would have to get the ESPN membership, which will be $30 a month. Unless you already have the membership to ESPN Plus or whatever the fuck through one of those other deals.
All right. Well, let me slide in real quick because I am a subscriber because I have the bundle for Hulu, Disney Plus, and ESPN, and this is why I got pissed off because I watch UFC through the ESPN Plus app. And here's the problem that I have, because you still pay for the subscription. Yep. But then you pay separately
for the shows.
For the shows.
Wait, what?
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, if you have ESPN Plus, there are certain UFC events that will be good for ESPN Plus, but for others, you still got to pay for it.
The main numbered UFC pay-per-views.
Yeah, you still got to pay for it.
You still have to pay the $60 for that.
They can eat a bunch of dicks.
I can understand where they're coming from, because I mean this does seem like this may, like, the plan they've thought about it with the $30 a month, because that's their way of trying to make the money back for the PLEs. I'm pretty sure they're going to integrate the UFC stuff and everything into this. I don't know the ins and outs of what they're doing now, because this is my first time hearing about the direct to consumer platform. Because using the actual platform that, you know, the ESPN Plus platform is I don't want to say it's a nightmare. It's very tedious, because in even trying to purchase a UFC event is fucking annoying. If there was any time to stick it to WWE and vote with your wallet, as Scoot would say in this instance, this would be the first nail in the coffin.
Absolutely.
Because I don't see the transition from this happening the way that they think it's going to happen. Because
so let me piggyback off of what you just said. The voting with your wallet. So the app will be $30. Like I said, it's Thursday, August 21st. The app will be called ESPN, and the initial price point will be $30 a month. It could be bundled with Disney Plus and Hulu for the same cost for the first 12 months. If you have, after the first year, it's probably going to be a different price point for the bundle. Now,
it's going to be that for the first 12, and then it's going to fucking go up to like what, 48 or some dumb shit.
Probably so. Now, this applies to you. If you have ESPN Plus with limited programming, you can upgrade for $12 a month.
Of course.
So even if you have ESPN Plus, you still have to upgrade the ESPN Plus to fully access everything.
Which is crazy because I already pay like $29 for this Hulu bundle with Disney.
This is why I'm getting a VPN and pirating.
This is the crazy thing because
fucking everything.
When it comes to this
everything.
When it comes to this shit, you're going to you may gain some in the initial for that first year, so it's going to look good for them because they're doing the same thing that Disney Plus did when they first released, because it was like a real cheap fucking deal to get in for Disney Plus for like that first
they're doing the Netflix thing.
They're doing the every streaming thing.
That's fair.
Because
I guess they're hoping it works out as well as Netflix.
They are hoping, because remember, WWE Network did this same exact thing before too. They ended up having the regular WWE Network. Then they switched to plans where they had the base plan, and then they had the extended plan. That would give you the pay-per-views at the time, and then the weekly NXT and stuff like that. Or sorry, the basic was the NXT, and then you would probably get, I believe, the PPVs, but you couldn't watch the archives for like the old shows and
I would say that's what it was. You couldn't watch the archives.
So with this, the transition is going to be annoying because it starts this month. So for Clash,
the 21st. So no. Okay, so the app launches the 21st, but nothing WWE won't be until 2026. So Royal Rumble will be its first. Royal Rumble will be so from here all the way until January, we're good. Everything starting in 2026 will be on this app. Now, this is the gotcha to the app. If you love ESPN, everything ESPN will be there, because if y'all didn't know, ESPN did recently acquire the NFL Network, so anything ESPN shows will be in this app. So college football, NFL, US Open, WNBA, all of that. So it'll all be available on this app. So if you are a overall fan of sports, now they didn't mention UFC, so UFC is still the asterisk for now. So if you are an overall fan of sports, this will be a good thing for you. If you're only here for WWE, yikes. And I think one of the biggest reasons why it's a yikes, because hold on, let me see. We were used to paying WWE Network launched in 2014. So from 2014, and it lasted 11 years.
Is it still going in the
overseas? Overseas, yeah. So in the US, WWE, actually no, I think they officially killed it. I can't remember, but WWE Network was $10, and I think it was $10. Then when it moved to Peacock, it was like, hey, if you pay for the network, you get the basic Peacock price, which was $5. If you wanted to up it to the no ads tier, you had to up it. So this is the thing,
like 8 or 10 or whatever.
Yeah, and this was the thing that's messing WWE up. For almost 15 years, you gave us the keys to the kingdom for like $10. And maybe we took it for granted. Maybe we ate too good. Maybe what? But now, hovering around a $10 mark, you like, hey, nah, we want 30. On top of, you got to have a Netflix account to watch Raw. And if you don't have cable, you got to get some type of internet cable to watch SmackDown and NXT. Shout outs to Suplex. I think he did the math on his end, and I think he said if he had to do Netflix, YouTube TV, and this ESPN app, I think it was like $131 a month or something like that. some type of number like that, because I think he said he pays $80 for the YouTube TV, $17 for the Netflix, and then $30. So I think it was like $130 something. I'm not quickly doing the math in my head, but yeah. So that's the reason why so many people are upset with this, because it's like, and
give me an eye patch, man.
And it's such a weird, and once again, you have all of these things that are just happening with this company. Then you hitting us with so much other things, and it's like, as a WWE fan, I'm confused as fuck. Like I have very confused feelings right now. In between Brock Lesnar, in between this ESPN deal, in between other little things, these feelings is just, I am confused.
You know what I think it is? Because it's almost like we're going backwards.
Yeah.
Because
a lot of aspects.
Because we used to. No, you're good. We used to. It used to be somewhat simple, but also complicated. Because if you had cable, you could watch your Nitro and you could watch your Monday Night Raw. Because we only had those two shows, and every now and then you get like a ECW show on a random network, kind of how TNA does their shit. Ironically,
it was sci-fi for a while.
But then if you wanted to watch a pay-per-view, if you didn't have like the full cable bundle, I was privileged. Shout out to my dad growing up. He had the super cable. Well, when I lived with him, it was two different households. So my mom was a little bit different. We ain't have it like that. But my dad, we had the full cable bundle. So I didn't have to worry about that. But if you didn't, then you would have to call in, to order the pay-per-view and then watch the pay-per-view when it came on. We've gone from WWE Network, which was perfectly fine in my opinion, outside of like the few hiccups, because the crazy thing, they pulled away from WWE Network after they worked out the kinks and it was working perfectly fine,
which was crazy.
And then
once they got it like finally going,
it's like, oh no, we're finna leave now. But then you go from there to Peacock, and then when you go to Peacock, you end up having the same issues that you had initially with WWE Network on Peacock. Now granted, they did fix them a lot quicker. But it was still initial, the issues, we gone from one working thing that we had to suffer through. And then it's like, wait, why are you getting us back to this? But then we're there. And then we get the Peacock. And it seemingly works a little better than WWE Network after they worked everything out. So it's like, all right, cool. We're acclimated to this. We're cool. Now we're about to go to something else. And it doesn't make any fucking sense because it's just like, we already good. But again, what I said earlier, what you gonna do?
That's why we're doing it in January.
And not only that too, but I think the confusion that needs to be addressed is what about everything else? You know, like they didn't say, they just said the PLEs. Mm-hmm. Like, what about the other content? What about, like, you know, the NXT PLEs? What about all the other shows that they have? Is that going to stay on Peacock? Is that leaving Peacock? Because none of this has been announced yet, other than this partnership they have with ESPN. So that's what things get even more kind of like head scratching, because it's like, fam, y'all are just like, and not only that, but you know what? Hold on, I'm gonna read this quote that I have, because funny enough, Dizzle has kind of been saying it, and WWE's favorite Khan has kind of responded to it. Right. So Nick Khan believes that WWE fans will move from Peacock to ESPN. Will the subs follow the product to whatever that new platform is? I think we've demonstrated to Peacock our subs will follow. They certainly all followed from WWE Network, and that expanded that subscribership extensively with Peacock. And there's obviously other product at Peacock to watch, which our fans who subscribe primarily for us were able to sample. Same will be the case with ESPN. So, in they rabbit ass mind, they think that just because you watch wrestling, hey, I'll check out an NBA game. Hey, I'll look at some tennis. I'll watch Sports Center. I'll see what's going on in some college baseball.
I'll be honest. As a pretty casual sports fan, like I really just follow like the home teams. Love my Houston teams, even when they're doing like shit. I would probably get an eye on, like, because I'm trying to like check out more hockey. So if hockey was going, I'd probably check out a game if it was on, like as I'm finishing up Raw or something. Or if, again, the Astros, Rockets, Texans, whoever the fuck is playing from Houston, I'd probably watch the end of the game if it's already going. So I'll admit that I'll even probably be that sucker that would probably like be the guy that'll just like sit down and watch that. But that's about the scope of it, though. I'm not going to go outside of like whatever the hell Houston has going on.
Well, I think that's their ultimate plan too, is to try to funnel people that would primarily watch WWE and filter them into starting to watch anything sports related. Exactly. Which, from a business perspective, it is absolutely smart.
Absolutely. Like, there's always been that wall that kind of divides wrestling from every other sport as far as like television airtime gets.
Yeah. And I think that part, I would assume that's what they're looking at, you know, because again, it's easy to sit here and say, because it's the business response that Nick Khan gave with they followed us here, so of course they'll follow us here and they'll do this.
It sounded very fucking full of himself. Yeah.
But
like, almost fucking privileged, you know.
But the crazy thing, and this is what throws the little prickish context in for him, is the fact that you understand that going from WWE Network to Peacock, it was $5 at first to go to Peacock and check this shit out. Now it's at like 10 or 12, depending on, you know, what you have.
And now it's about to be 30.
And now you're gonna say, okay, well, they went from this to paying this, and now they'll pay $30, you know, because I can almost guarantee you that somebody's gonna make the argument, oh, well, you know, if you look at AEW and other pay-per-views from other wrestling shows, they're paying like $60. We're not charging that price anymore.
I need to know how much it really costs to get HBO Max. And what is it? Is it BR Live to get access to the pay-per-views?
Well, yeah, because HBO Max they don't show the pay-per-views for.
They show Dynamite and Collision though.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm saying. For the two apps that you would need is HBO Max and BR Live.
With ads for HBO, it's gonna be like 10.
So I got the other bundle. I have the Hulu, HBO Max, and Disney bundle.
Wait,
that's the
HBO.
Now. That's
there's
true.
HBO Max bundle with Hulu.
Yeah. So for like $30 a month, it's HBO Max, Hulu, and Disney. But of course, it doesn't have ESPN.
All right. Sorry. Sidebar. So we're talking about HBO Max. HBO Max, y'all wrong. Y'all wrong. Because you motherfuckers, I had no problem with having the basic ads bundle. It was fine, just your nice basic plan. I can still watch my shows. I actually happen to like the break away from the constant binging that I do. It's like nice to see some ads because it makes me feel like I'm watching actual TV with nice little commercials. That's fine. My issue with with the basic plan is that they put ads in the goddamn movies.
Oh, well, Peacock does the same thing.
Yeah, well, this ain't TBS or TNT or US.
No, this is not fucking cable TV movies. Fuck that.
That shit made me sick. Man.
Yeah, Peacock does the same thing.
That's fucking terrible.
Yeah.
I didn't know Peacock did the same thing, but I also don't because in order for you to have the,
I'll say, unfortunately, Amazon Prime, because I'm just not going to shell out for the ad-free shit. They do cut like promos in the middle of like Invincible and other movies and shit.
Yeah, so normally with Peacock, they would do one of two things. They would either show you like 3 minutes worth of ads in the beginning, so you can watch it ad free, or you will get so much movie ad.
About 30 seconds, maybe 45.
Yeah.
That's still fucking weird to me. It's breaking my immersion. But at the same, I think with because even with Peacock,
I don't disagree with you.
In order for you to have the to watch the WWE PLEs, you have to have the ad free one, right?
That one time.
For the Peacock, in order for you to watch the WWE PLEs, you have to have the version that's ad free, right?
I got the regular Peacock. It's just that so what the regular Peacock version does during WWE when they're showing the recap of why a fight is happening, I get ads.
You did do that before. Yeah. That's right. You sure did. Yeah.
Wait, showing like the recap like in a replay or what?
No, like okay, so like for instance, you know how like they'll do the vignettes of why these two.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah, I get an ad in between in. See, just like with me and Netflix, like Netflix, I don't have the ad-free Netflix. So when on Raw, when it goes to commercial break, I actually get commercials.
I see. This is why I am going to announce that everybody get a VPN with NordVPN. No, I'm kidding. We don't have that sponsorship. I'm sorry. I'll stop shameless plugging. Hey, but if y'all want to get a sponsorship, all right, cool.
Yeah, the only thing I can say to this shit is the same thing I would say to anything else when it's like you got your hands tied. It's like it is what it is. There's not going to be a mass exodus of WWE fans that get away from this because at the end of the day, it's going to be rationalized in some way, shape, or form. Because here's the thing, WWE, they're probably going to end up producing way more PLEs a month. So they'll probably do 2 to 3 a month from now on.
You think so?
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Because here's the thing: because what they're going to end up doing,
said he's going to compete with AEW schedule too.
So that means that they're probably going to integrate TNA as well as AAA events into this as well, which I think that's why they're showing it on the YouTube and not putting it on Peacock, because they're probably waiting for that deal to go through, and then they're going to basically start showing TNA, AAA, and WWE as well as NXT PLEs to basically say, hey, as a bargaining chip to the fans, you're going to get 4 different PLEs a month, and some PLEs are gonna have 2-night events. So
only if they end up getting labeled as WWE events.
No, if they're probably gonna do the TKO thing where they talk about, oh, this is what we have under our umbrella. It's like they're not exactly WWE, but they're WWE adjacent. So,
yes, just like WWE is not UFC, but it's UFC adjacent.
Which is why all these titles have been changing to the hands of WWE superstars to get them on the eyes of fans. So that way they get acclimated to, oh, kind of how AEW, oh, they got CMLL belts, oh, they had New Japan belts, oh, they got this belt, whatever. Easy marketing. So that way, give them these few months to sit there and show them, oh yeah, I know this, I've heard about this, oh yeah, Dominic Mysterio is ex-champion, whatever. So then, bam.
So what you just saying that now? Of course, these are just rumors thrown out there. They were saying since, because what you just said, WWE has shining light. There is a possibility that Peacock could acquire TNA and AAA. Those were rumors I saw being thrown out there that Peacock may start showing TNA and AAA.
If that rumor is true, then what that is WWE's bargaining chip.
Yep.
Say, hey, we're gonna go over here and do this stuff here. We'll give you these because we're already doing the work for you to put eyes on it, and people are going to watch this. So you're not losing money on this while we do stuff over here.
Yep.
These boys playing chess for real.
For real. Like for real.
If that is the case, of course.
I mean, that's what it's kind of seeming like. Like you said, they playing 4D chess.
Yeah, I and what you saying it, I don't see it. I mean, normally I would label shit like that as a reach, but I don't see this as much of a reach at all. I think everything is connected in the biggest way fucking possible. So yeah, they game in the system. And now Disney's got their hands in the pockets in the best way.
Oh, god damn it. If we start seeing Disney animation with like Cody Rhodes and Rhea Ripley voice acting for
don't forget who owns ESPN. So
that's right.
Disney owns it. So
that's true.
Hey.
You think we're not getting any Disney stuff? You know, look, we got the whole Scooby-Doo WWE lineup.
I swear to God, we're gonna get Chelsea Green as a Disney villain.
Look,
I ain't mad at it.
Look,
I wouldn't be mad
cards.
at it
Hey, if the cards are played right, fuck around at WWE being Kingdom Hearts 5 or some shit.
Hey, whoa, hey! Don't do that. Don't do. Like, why? I don't know why you would. Don't do
Sora, Donald, and Goofy have straight on wrestling gear.
Don't.
We're gonna get a WWE themed Keyblade, all of that shit. While you sit here bullshitting.
The Keyblade's gonna look like a belt.
Yup. Like you sit here bullshitting.
Why y'all gotta do that? Don't mess with my franchise like that, man.
And you know it's gonna be Rhea, Cody, Roman.
We can turn this into a whole vote with your wallet or like a whole hot tag or whatever. But god damn it, dude, your franchise, man, it killed itself with 3. Like, and I'm saying that as a very upset fan.
Three got fixed. Three did some.
What?
I didn't mind
Case
3.
What did it do?
Well, that's a conversation for later.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But yeah. So there you go. I mean, we just pretty much unpacked it. So I guess before we dip out of here, Jaeger, this is to get it off your chest moment. So you got anything you want to get off your chest?
Go ahead real quick. I am stirring this last drink for my night.
Okay. Well, this one, anything you got to get off your chest.
This one hurts a little bit, but it doesn't hurt that much. Because I don't like to criticize people that I respect immensely.
Sorry.
Okay.
Bret Hart.
Oh,
so you know what I'm about to say. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Wait, huh?
You about to hear it.
Bret Hart, I respect you in most things, and I'm not criticizing you in a way that says that you're wrong. Because in a different time, your comments would have been warranted. I would understand that. But for context, Bret Hart is not a fan of Gunther. You know, he believes, and I'm going to paraphrase, of course. He believes that because he thinks it's disgusting that people would hurt people realistically in the ring. He thinks that he believes it's lazy. He doesn't like that type of wrestling. He just thinks that it shouldn't be done, and he's not. And apparently, he said it to Gunther.
He said you shouldn't realistically hurt people in the ring.
Like intentionally.
Wait, so was he accusing Gunther of hurting people or what?
He's more so talking.
Not so much accusing. I'm saying not so much accusing of hurting them. It's just so much of Gunther's wrestling looks so violent that it looks like it's potentially hurting people when it's most likely not. But it's just the fact of it looks so
his job well.
It looks so savage and violent that he feels like it's a lazy form of wrestling.
Yeah, well, and at the same time, it is due to the chops, because the chops. I mean, when Gunther,
everybody loves that shit.
Gets down to business.
Yeah,
he popping all types of skin. He breaking skin on
yes.
So,
pause.
Here's the thing. During the time, and I hate sounding like, oh, a relic is talking, it ain't your back in my day type stuff.
You're not that old, bro.
I don't know. I'm talking about for Bret Hart. I don't mean it in like he's sounding like that, but at the same time he kind of is, because I get what he means. Because just like we talked about before, when we talked about the whole kayfabe being dead and stuff like this is a situation where everything back in the day was more performative, than it is now. Because back in the day, you were trying to keep kayfabe alive. So when Bret Hart, which is why he's one of the most masterful in-ring competitors with the way that he worked, he's one of the best workers of that time. And I say of that time because he worked in the realm of kayfabe, where anything that Bret Hart did, it looked believable. Matter of fact, anybody from the dungeon who trained in Stu Hart's dungeon made everything look absolutely brutal. And it was hard, like that would be the argument before, where it was like when people talked about kayfabe, oh, it's not real, it's like this, oh, watch a Bret Hart match, oh, look at Chris Benoit, look at Chris Jericho, look at all these guys,
look at all the concussions Benoit got. Anyways.
You would look at situations like this, and you would say, oh, well, wow, the way that these guys work, it makes you look at it and it makes it seem like it's actually real. I understand that. However, we're in a time right now where you have so many cameras, so many play-by-plays, so many things that people can look back on and say, oh, I mean, look at Botchamania, for instance. You see a lot of Botchamania videos, you're catching every fucking thing. So it's at a point now where you can't just get away with just randomly trying to make stuff look good, because people can pinpoint everything with a fine-tooth comb and say, oh, they didn't connect here. Oh, they didn't connect here. But then when you have shit where you got everybody having bruises and shit, and I'm not advocating for somebody to get realistically hurt. I mean, if you're doing it in a safe way, then by all means. I haven't heard anybody complain about Gunther's chops like, oh, they hate Gunther. They say he's a good worker. You know, even though they're getting chopped to shit, yeah, it may hurt, but it's like, hell, everybody's taking bumps anyway. Everybody's going through tables. You look at all these fucking hardcore street fights, ladder matches, and everything like that. There's so many people that's still getting hurt and taking other risks that, honestly, the way that Gunther works pales in comparison to everything that people would choose to do if they grab a kendo stick, barbed wire, brass knucks to the situation. They bring a ladder, put somebody through a table, all this stuff. I can agree with Bret Hart on most things. This one I can't agree on. So that would be my get it off your chest for this. I can't agree with that.
All right. Jaeger.
There's just too many, and I'm going to put on my tinfoil hat. There's too many coincidences surrounding certain despicable acts. Like, too many of them coming to light recently.
Mm-hmm.
Too much information about shit, left, right, and center. Anyways, and too much obvious information of things being swept under the rug or covered up or whatever the fuck. Not to sound like some ESPN hardcore sports dude, but I do like my wrestling to not imitate some parts of real life. It's funny and it's great when you can call out other aspects and break kayfabe, but when I'm starting to see somebody who is, as of right now, accused of allegedly doing some despicable acts, because they have been like confirmed guilty on the shit, or taking part in despicable acts, I don't need to see them on TV until they're at the very least like cleared of any wrongdoing.
Mm-hmm.
And even then, I'm still not gonna have a good taste in my mouth if I see the guy. I'm not gonna, like, I am honestly a little embarrassed to say that I did pop. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I did pop. But then again, came back down to earth on it, like, oh shit, does this mean this or that? I mean, look, I'm hoping that there's a that there's a development in the case for him to somehow exonerate him. That way we can all feel good about seeing Brock Lesnar versus John Cena. Until then, though, this is like 70-30. No, you know what? 95-5, bitter to sweet. like the 5% is literally just to see like Cena on his farewell tour. Like, okay, this guy makes sense for him to face, but he really shouldn't fucking be here right now.
Yeah, I'm not actually mad at that. And I'm gonna just keep mine simple with mine. Hey, I understand what the rumors are saying, and I get it. But WWE, I promise you, we do not need Alberto Del Rio back. And with that being said, Dizzle, you can go ahead and sign us out.
Hey, I don't know shit about this one. Alberto lost his shit on like a talk show, started actually beating somebody on live TV, Del Rio.
Yep, that same one.
Well, that we're gonna get more developments on that, and then we're gonna come back and talk about that once we once it comes into fruition, because that's gonna be up in the air for now. But until then, you beautiful mother effers, If there's something that you agree with, disagree with, leave it down below, all that good shit. What's something that you want to get off your chest that we probably didn't mention? Or are you up for this WWE, ESPN, Disney, PLE deal? Are you here for it? Are you against it? Do you care? Do you care about Brock Lesnar being back? You know, are you in the camp where you just, it is what it is, you don't give a shit? Or are you somebody who's furious? If you're somebody who would absolutely stop watching WWE based on what they have been doing as of late, let us know down too. But whether you loved it, hate it, don't forget to rate it, thumbs up, thumbs down. Like I said, leave all your comments, concerns, questions down below. Make sure you tag that like button, tag that subscribe button, tag the notification bell, so that way you get notified on anything that we drop, so that way you can check it out when everybody else checks it out. But as I warm up this beautiful, beautiful Too Sweet. And you know what? I said it the last time, but you know what? If you're watching, go ahead and warm it up too. So you can go ahead and join in on this nice little Too Sweet. So with a good old bada 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 bio. Now, until you see these handsome faces and you hear these immaculate voices, we bid you all adieu. And until next time, you beautiful, 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 beautiful mother effers, tag the fucketh out.
Dollars make a way to make a change. Gotta be insane to make them same mistakes again. So I'm switching lane to lane. Pray the curb don't scrape.